The sun was just beginning to rise over the edge of the ocean, painting the waves in shades of gold and crimson. The world was waking up. Fishermen were preparing their nets, seagulls were calling out, and the wind carried that distinct scent of salt and new beginnings. On that endless stretch of beach, the tide had gone out, leaving behind hundreds, no, thousands of starfish scattered across the sand. Each one glimmered faintly in the morning light, gasping for life, waiting for the waves to return. But the waves wouldn't return, not until evening, and by then, most of them would be gone.
Far down the beach, a small figure moved steadily along the shore. It was a young boy, maybe 10 or 11, barefoot, suntanned, his shorts soaked from the knees down. He bent down, picked up a starfish, and with gentle hands, tossed it back into the water. Then he walked a few more steps, picked up another, and did the same thing again, and again. There were thousands of starfish, yet he kept going.
A little farther up the beach, an old man was watching him. The kind of man who'd seen too much of life to believe in small miracles anymore. He'd come there to enjoy the sunrise, maybe to find a bit of peace. But watching the boy's small silhouette against the vast ocean stirred something curious inside him. After a while, the old man got up and walked toward the boy. The sand crunched beneath his feet as he approached. "Hey there," he called out, his voice gentle but skeptical. "What are you doing, son?" Without looking up, the boy answered, "I'm saving them. The tide went out, and if they stay here, they'll die." The man frowned, scanning the endless stretch of coastline. "There must be tens of thousands of them," he said. "You can't possibly save them all. What difference will it make?" The boy stopped for a moment. He picked up another starfish, turned to the man, and smiled. He threw it into the sea and said softly, "It made a difference to that one."
The old man stood there, silent. Something about the boy's words hit deeper than he expected, like a wave that crashes long after it's left the shore. He had spent years believing the world was too big, too broken to fix. He'd seen injustice, pain, people giving up. He'd told himself that small efforts didn't matter, that real change needed power, money, or fame. But in that moment, watching a child throw one fragile starfish at a time back into the vast ocean, he began to wonder, maybe that's where he'd gone wrong. Maybe changing the whole world wasn't the point. Maybe it was enough to change someone's world. He sighed, bent down, and picked up a starfish of his own. It felt strange at first, small, delicate, almost weightless. He looked at the boy, smiled faintly, and tossed it into the sea. For a moment, the boy said nothing. Then, he grinned. A big, pure grin. The kind that can light up even the coldest heart. Soon, both of them were walking together, side by side, throwing one starfish after another into the waves. A few tourists passing by noticed. They started helping too. One person took a photo, another joined in, and soon, a small group of strangers, people who had never met before, were united by one simple act of kindness. By the time the sun was high in the sky, hundreds of starfish had made their way back home, back to life. The beach, once filled with silent suffering, was now filled with laughter, splashing, and purpose. When the boy finally stopped to catch his breath, he looked up at the old man. "See," he said, wiping sweat from his forehead, "it's not about saving them all. It's about saving the ones we can." The old man nodded slowly. Yes, he whispered. And maybe that's how we save ourselves, too. He realized something powerful that day. A truth many people forget as they grow older. You don't need to change the entire world to make a difference. You just need to care enough to change one part of it. That evening, when the tide finally returned, the sea reclaimed the beach. The starfish that survived disappeared beneath the waves, perhaps never knowing the hands that saved them. But it didn't matter, because every small act, every starfish tossed back, had rippled out into something far greater. Maybe the boy would grow up to be a teacher, a doctor, or an artist. Maybe the old man would go home and start calling his family more often, smiling at strangers, helping someone in need. Maybe those few people who joined that day would tell others, and kindness would keep spreading, like waves, endless and unstoppable. And all of it started with one boy, one starfish, and one belief that small acts of love matter. So next time you see someone struggling or something broken in the world, don't look away and say, "What difference can I make?" Instead, pick up your starfish, whatever it may be, and throw it back into the sea. Because to the world, it might be just one small act, but to someone out there, it could mean everything.